Alright friends, I thought I would do this video while taking a quick walk around my neighborhood. I just wanted to go into the fact that I was actually pleasantly surprised with the response that I had on that first video of mine, just talking Tolkien. I had a good amount of friends that reached out to me and let me know that even though they weren't as nerdy about it as I was, they really enjoyed it, and they enjoyed the bit of irreverence that was brought into the Tolkien Legendarium. I feel like oftentimes, and not necessarily a bad thing, but oftentimes Tolkien is treated as a very reverent subject, but I like to bring it into I guess modern day thought, and the reason why is because that's how I think about it when I'm reading these things. I think about how Melkor sucks and Feanor's a dick, and that, you know, Turin had probably the shittiest existence of anyone ever. And yeah, so I like to bring that into it and have a little fun with Tolkien while I'm at it. So yeah, I would love for more people to get involved and to ask questions if you want to. If you want to hear my take on any characters or anything else. Oh, I was going to go ahead and go into that too. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a different format. I kind of went into this thinking that I wasn't going to have any format at all. Just hopping around and giving you whatever was on my mind that day about the Tolkien Legendarium. But I think the better way to go about this is actually something that was suggested by one of my friends, that I will be doing two episodes, I guess you would call it, 2 videos a month, and one of them will be a history of Middle-earth, starting from the beginning and moving forward, right? And the other will be a character profile. So technically I would say that I started on a character profile, so the next one that I put out will end up being the beginning. So the music of the Ainur is where I'll start and just kind of go from there. I talk a lot about the Silmarillion specifically and the things in it, mostly because that's actually where most of my reading has come from. A little bit about me. I've read the Silmarillion 3 times. I've listened to it, I think, 3 or 4 times. And I read the Silmarillion before I ever read The Lord of the Rings. I'd seen the movies, and I started my Tolkien journey, I guess is what you would call it, way back when I was a kid, when I watched I think it was 1978 cartoon version of The Hobbit. I remember watching that at my parents' house, and it scaring the hell out of me because Gollum was terrifying in that thing. Not to mention the Goblin Kings and all of that. It was scary. All 80s cartoons were, as they should be. Anyway, so from there though, I didn't really do a whole lot. I think I read The Hobbit when I was in junior high. And even then, like, it didn't grab hold of me necessarily. I loved the movies, of course, but it wasn't until college that I decided to read the Silmarillion, and then I finally read the Lord of the Rings. So most of what I talk about comes from the Silmarillion. Also the Unfinished Tales. I love the Unfinished Tales. And some of the other, books here and there throughout the history of Middle-earth. And when I'm going into my character profiles, I will go more and more into the Lord of the Rings, because there are so many characters there, and those are where most of the really well-known characters exist, and where they kind of get fleshed out a little bit more. So, you know, people like Galadriel's been around for a really long time, but she gets fleshed out a little bit more in the Lord of the Rings than she does anywhere else. So I will definitely pull from those, and you know, I also want you to know I will take requests, ideas. This is something very, very new to me, but something that I have already enjoyed so far, and talking about Tolkien is not new to me. I do that on a regular basis, and so finally I was told that I just need to put a camera in front of my face when I do it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to be quick and kind of let you know what was going to happen moving forward. So I will sign off, and I will see you guys later.